welcome you in the lecture series of Basics of Communication Engineering. It is seventh lecture of this series. In previous lecture, we have discussed about time domain and mathematical description of AM signal. In this lecture, we will discuss about frequency domain description of AM signal and transmission efficiency of AM signal. The outline of this lecture are frequency domain description of single tone AM signal, where we will discuss single sideband and double sideband spectrum of AM signal, bandwidth of AM signal, power in AM signal, and transmission efficiency. And after this, we will discuss modulation by several sine waves, or you can say modulation by complex wave, and where we will discuss frequency spectrum of AM wave with two modulating signals, bandwidth of AM wave, power in AM wave, and effective modulation index. And in the objective of this lecture, you will able to explain bandwidth and power in AM wave, and also you will able to explain frequency domain representation of AM wave and transmission efficiency. The frequency domain description is same as the frequency spectrum of AM signal. It can be obtained by taking Fourier transform of time domain expression of AM signal. Let the baseband signal xt is a single frequency signal or single tone signal xt cos 2 pi fmt, and the carrier wave is ct cos 2 pi fct. Then the modulated signal, it will be as from the previous lecture, AC 1 plus m cos 2 pi fm t cos 2 pi fct, and it will be equal to AC cos 2 pi fct plus MAC cos 2 pi fmt cos 2 pi fct, and by using the formula 2 cos A cos B cos A plus B plus cos A minus B, so it will be xct will be equal to AC cos 2 pi fct plus 1 by 2 MAC cos 2 pi fc plus fmt plus 1 by 2 MAC cos 2 pi fm minus fc minus fmt. So when the carrier signal of frequency fc is amplitude modulated by a modulating signal of frequency fm, then the modulated signal has three frequency component, as you can see in this equation third. There are three components. The first term is the carrier frequency component AC cos 2 pi fct, and the second term is the upper sideband frequency component having frequency fc plus fm, and the third term is the lower sideband frequency component having frequency fc minus fm. And this is the phasor diagram of a single tone modulated AM signal. This is the phasor diagram of the carrier AC, and the upper sideband frequency component having the amplitude MAC by 2, as you can see in this. This is the upper sideband and having amplitude MAC by 2 and frequency FC plus FM. So in phasor diagram, this is MAC by 2 is the amplitude of the upper sideband with frequency component FC plus FM, and it will appear to rotate at a frequency of FM in the counterclockwise direction with respect to carrier phasor. And this is upper sideband, and the lower sideband component having the amplitude MAC by 2 and frequency of FC minus FM, and it will appear to rotate at a frequency of FM in the clockwise direction with respect to carrier phasor, and this is a lower sideband. And let the signal xt has the amplitude spectrum as in figure. The This is minus fm and plus fm, and this is the amplitude spectrum of this xt signal or a modulating signal. So xt, taking the Fourier transform xf, it will be 1 by 2 del f plus fm plus del f minus fm. So we are having two impulses at f plus fm and f minus fm. This is for upper sideband and this is for lower sideband. This is upper sideband and lower sideband. Since you know cos omega ct, it will Fourier transform of it will be 1 by 2 del f plus fc plus del f minus fc. And so you know from equation third, xct is ac cos 2 pi fct plus 1 by 2 mac cos 2 pi fc plus fmt plus 1 by 2 mac cos 2 pi fc minus fmt. So using this we can have, taking the Fourier transform of both sides of this equation third, we will have xcf, it is ac by 2 del f plus fc plus del f minus fc plus mac by 4 del f plus fc plus fm plus del fc minus fm, or you can write it as fc minus fc plus fm, and plus mac by 4 del fc plus f plus fc minus fm plus del f minus fc plus fm, or you can write it as f minus fc minus fm. So we can draw this double sideband spectrum of single tone AM wave. Here this is AC by 2 del f plus fc del f minus fc, and mac by 4 at fc plus fm and fc minus fm. And in other direction we will have this minus fc and minus fc minus fm and minus fc plus fm. These are having amplitude mac by 4, and at here this is having ac by 2 at this point frequency 0. If I will write f is equal to 0 here, and so you can see that the amplitude of the carrier fc, the USB, the upper sideband fc plus fm and the lower sideband fc minus fm. So this is upper sideband and this is lower sideband with respect to this carrier f plus fc. And in minus fc negative frequency, this is upper sideband minus fc plus fm, and this is lower sideband f minus fc minus fm. So and the amplitude of these upper sideband and lower sideband, half of the amplitude at the frequency fc. So if at the frequency fc is the amplitude mac by 2, and so at the lower sideband and upper sideband amplitude will be mac by 4. Now the bandwidth of AM wave. We know the bandwidth of a non-modulated signal or baseband signal is the smallest positive frequency for which its power spectrum density is 0. So if your signal having minus FM to plus FM, so bandwidth of the baseband signal or unmodulated signal, it will be this from 0 to the higher frequency component. And the bandwidth of the modulated signal is the distance between the two zeros of the power spectral densities directly below and above the carrier frequency fc, or you can say bandwidth is the difference between highest and lower frequency component of the signal. So if highest frequency component f max, you know the f max is fc plus fm, and minimum frequency component fc minus fm. As you can see, if in this case in the single sideband, the highest frequency component is fc plus fm and the lowest frequency component fc minus fm. So the bandwidth will be here difference between fc plus fm and fc minus fm, and it will be 2fm. So the bandwidth for modulated signal is the difference between higher frequency component and lower frequency component. It is 2fm. But the bandwidth of the unmodulated signal or baseband signal, it will be the highest frequency component. So if the for the baseband signal, if the frequency is minus fm to plus fm, the bandwidth of unmodulated signal will be 2fm. This is fm for the baseband signal, but in modulated signal it will be 2fm. Now the power relation in AM. From equation 3 we know xct is ac cos 2 pi fct plus MAC by 2 cos 2 pi FC plus FMT plus 1 by 2 MAC cos 2 pi FC minus FMT. Here this is upper sideband, and this is lower sideband, and this is carrier. Three components are there. This AM wave is the voltage or current wave. An AM wave consists of carrier and two sidebands, lower sideband and upper sideband. So AM wave will contain more power than the power contained in the unmodulated signal, because this involves upper sideband, lower sideband and carrier also. The amplitudes of two sidebands are dependent on the modulation index. So you can see in the amplitude of upper sideband and lower sideband, it's depend on the modulation index value of m. So the total power in the AM signal is a function of a value of a modulation index m. Now the average normalized power of the carrier signal PC, it will be 1 by 2, and mean square value of the carrier, so it will be 1 by 2 AC square. Amplitude of CT is AC, so it will be 1 by 2 AC square. Here normalized means that the load R, or the characteristic resistance of the antenna, is equivalent to 1 ohm. Otherwise the average power will be 1 by 2R AC square. And the average normalized power in upper sideband, so in the upper sideband the amplitude is MAC by 2, as you can see in figure, in this equation third, MAC by 2. So it average power, it will be 1 by 2 MAC by 2 whole square, or you can say 1 by 8 M square AC square. And the average normalized power in the lower sideband, it will be also 1 by 8 M square AC square. So the average normalized power of AM wave total power, it will be average power in carrier, average power in upper sideband and average power in lower sideband, because a amplitude modulated signal having these three components: carrier, upper sideband and lower sideband. So it will be total power, it will be PC plus PUSB plus PLSB, and it will be equal to AC square by 2, 1 plus M square by 4 plus M square by 4, or you can write PT, it will be equal to AC square by 2, 1 plus M square by 2. And we can write PT is AC square by 2 plus M square AC square by 4, or we can write AC square by 2 plus M square by 2 and AC square by 2. And this is AC square by 2, this is PC power in the carrier. And so we can write here PT by PC, if it will be, it is PC. So if I will take outside PC, it will be 1 plus M square by 2. And so PT by PC, it will be 1 plus M square by 2. This equation tells about relation between the total power of AM wave and the power contained in unmodulated carrier. With increase in the value of M, the total power PT also increase, and PT will be maximum for M is equal to 1. That it will be for if M is equal to 1, so the maximum transmitted power, it will be, if I will write M is equal to 1, so it will be 1.5 PC. So the power required to transmit an AM wave is 1.5 times the carrier power for the perfect modulation. Means perfect modulation means M is equal to 1. Again, if I consider PT by PC is 1 plus M square by 2, here we can write M square is 2 PT by PC minus 1, or M is equal to under root 2 PT by PC minus 1. So if you have given PT and PC, you can find out the modulation index. And again, PT by PC, if I write 1 plus M square by 2, and transmitted power, it is I square R, and the carrier power IC square by R. So total power IT square by R, total current, and it will be equal to here PT by PC, it will be 1 plus M square by 2, or I can write IT total current by the carrier current, IT by IC, it will be equal to under root 1 plus M square by 2. So this is a relation between current, power, and modulation index. Now, the transmission efficiency. Transmission efficiency or the power efficiency of an AM wave is the ratio of total power in the information bearing sidebands to the total power in the modulated signal or total transmitted power. Or I can write the total power in the sidebands P LSB plus PUSB divided by total transmitted power PT, or we can write it as m square AC square by 8 plus m square AC square by 8, because you have calculated this is the power in the upper and lower sideband, and transmitted power you have calculated is 1 plus m square by 2 PC, and PC is AC square by 2. So we can write it is equal to AC square by 2 m square by 4 plus m square by 4 divided by AC square by 2 into 1 plus m square by 2. So from here we can find out m square by 2 divided by 1 plus m square by 2, or this efficiency can be written as m square by 2 2 plus m square. So this is the transmission efficiency. It is equal to m square by 2 plus m square, and the percentage transmission efficiency, it will be m square by 2 plus m square into 100%. This is in the percentage form of the transmission efficiency. Now we will discuss modulation by several sine waves or modulation by complex wave. Till now, we have assumed that one modulating or baseband signal is present, but in practice, more than one modulating signals will present. Let us see first how to express the AM wave more than one modulating signals are simultaneously used. Let two modulating signal x1t am1 cos 2 pi f m1t and x2t am2 cos 2 pi fm2t. So these are two modulating signal, and the total modulating signal is it will be x1t plus x2t. It is composite signal combination of these two sine wave a m1 cos 2 pi f m1t plus a m2 cos 2 pi f m2t, and let the carrier Ct is AC cos 2 pi fct. Now the instantaneous value of the envelope of AM wave, or you can say the amplitude of AM wave, it will be AC plus x1t plus x2t. So it will be equal to AC plus AM1 cos 2 pi f m1t plus AM2 cos 2 pi f m2t. And the AM signal, xct is a cos 2 pi fct. A is the amplitude of the signal, and we have calculated this, the amplitude of AM signal is AC plus x1t plus x2t. So here it will be equal to AC plus AM1 cos 2 pi f m1t plus AM2 cos 2 pi f m2t and cos 2 pi f ct. And we can also write it as AC into 1 plus M1 by C, taking outside C AC from here, and it will be 1 plus AM1 AC by cos 2 pi F M1T plus AM2 by AC cos 2 pi F M2T cos 2 pi FCT. And here this AM1 by AC is the M1 modulation index correspond to the first modulating signal, and M2, this is modulation index correspond to the second modulating signal, and this is AM2 by AC. And now xct, we can write xct as AC 1 plus m1 cos 2 pi f m1t plus m2 cos 2 pi f m2t cos 2 pi fct. Using the identity here, 2 cos A cos B is equal to cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. The AM wave can be represented as xct is AC cos 2 pi fct plus m1 AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc plus f m1t plus m1 AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc minus f m1t plus m2 AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc plus fm2t plus m2 AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc minus fm2t. And this equation shows that AM wave along with carrier, there are four sideband components. So this is carrier, and these four are the sideband components. There are two USB component, upper sideband components at frequency FC plus FM1 and FC plus FM2. These two are the upper sidebands, and other two are the lower sideband components at frequency Fc minus Fm1 and Fc minus Fm2. And the single sideband frequency spectrum of the AM wave, we can have, this is the single sideband, this is Fc at carrier frequency AC, and this is Fc plus Fm1 at amplitude M1 AC by 2, and another is Fc plus Fm2 with the amplitude M2 AC by 2. This is M2 AC by 2. This is first upper sideband, second upper sideband. And on the other hand of Fc, the lower sidebands, two lower sidebands are at minus Fc minus Fm1. It is with amplitude M1 AC by 2, and the other is minus Fc minus F2 Fm2 with the amplitude M2 AC by 2. These are the frequency components here. And the bandwidth here, from the lower sideband and difference between upper sideband and lower sideband. So this is the bandwidth, this will be the bandwidth, and bandwidth will be 2 FM2. So the bandwidth of AM signal in this case is equal to twice the maximum modulating frequency from all baseband signals. If there are two, just like here, two modulating signal FM1 and FM2, and the signal which is having highest frequency, it is FM2. So the frequency of the amplitude modulated signal using these two modulating signals, the frequency of modulated signal, it will be 2 into the frequency of highest frequency component of your baseband signal. So it is 2 FM2, not 2 FM1 here. And the total power in AM, it is transmitted power, it is the PC carrier power, upper sideband power, and lower sideband power. Or you can write here, lower sideband power and upper sideband powers are same, m square AC square by 8. We can write it as m square by 4 into AC square by 2, or m square by 4 PC. So transmitted power PC plus M1 square by 4 PC plus M2 square by 4 PC plus M1 square by 4 PC plus M2 square by 4 PC, or I can write transmitted power, it will be PC 1 plus M1 square by 2 plus M2 square by 2. So extending the concept of AM wave with n numbers of modulating signal. Here we have only used two modulating signal with the carrier, and if I'm going to use more than two modulating signal, or you can say your modulating signal is the composite signal, it is made from the more than two sine waves. And then if I'm going to extend this and having the now we will get the modulation index m1 m2 m3 up to mn, then the total am power, it will be pc into 1 plus m1 square by 2 plus m2 square by 2 plus mn square by 2. So this is the extension of the am total am power when we are using more than two number of modulating signals. Now effective modulation index, mt, since pt is equal to pc1 plus m square by 2, you know this thing, and with two baseband signals, the effective modulation index, it will be pc1 plus mt square by 2, and here mt square is basically m1 square plus m2 square when we are using two modulating signals. And so the effective modulation index, it will be m1 square plus m2 square under root. So in general, the total modulation index due to simultaneous modulating and independent baseband signal, it will be mt under root, mt will be equal to under root m1 square plus m2 square plus mn square. So this is the effective modulation index when we are using more than one baseband signals in the modulation. And this is the end of this lecture. Here we have discussed about frequency domain description of AM signal, bandwidth of AM wave, power in AM wave transmission efficiency, and modulation by complex wave, or you can say composite signal, and effective modulation index. This was seventh lecture of the lecture series of basics of communication engineering. In the next lecture, we will discuss about generation of AM signals. Till then, thanks for listening this lecture. Thank you.